Hey everybody, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Welcome to Sunday Astrology, right? Daily Astrocat style. So what do we got for you? Well, Sunday, of course, right? So look, we're going to have the moon in Taurus all day long, so it's going to be quite interesting. This is our best day for a long time, best day for the last couple of weeks for a number of reasons. First, Mercury retrograde doesn't begin until Thursday of this coming week. That's number one. The moon is sextile Mars and Chiron. Help is on the way for those nagging ailments and long-term wounds. Could be psychological wounds too, right? Now, that being said, you can help others or allow them to help you. Now, you can help. Okay, I said that. The moon in gentle Taurus brings an insistent feeling to us today, and everything will indeed be all right. The moon is joining both Venus and Jupiter, positioning herself right in the middle of their trine. So that forms a little talent trine, because we got 60 degrees on either side and that 120-degree trine between Neptune and Venus and Jupiter. Higher vibration, right? I'm not going to go back and re-record that because I like putting my mistakes in there, because in those mistakes, there's always a grain of truth. And honestly, we have Neptune and Saturn still conjunct in that first degree of Aries. That's a very important point. Just like today is the 22nd day of the second month, 222. It's a portal number for a lot of people. Harmony, unity, what we're doing, how we're going to bring it onto ourselves, right? Now, despite an impending blizzard here on the East Coast, we have there's about as much as 20 degrees that are forecast for here. Look, it'll be here by Tuesday morning. Now, does this affect you? Probably not. However, it affects us here. This energy is undeniably positive, even in the face of that, okay? It's positive for us creatively, professionally, and romantically. Today, we're going to find that we're going to be able to expand in many different areas. And today's keyword is Mammoth. Okay, Jupiter makes everything outsized, makes everything expand. It's one of those influences. With Venus and Jupiter both being in a trine, perfecting today, that is what gives it that very, very expansive feeling no matter what. And the color is green precipitation on a weather map. Oh, a weather radar map, you get it, even. Now, today the efforts of our dreams begin to swirl and take shape in the form of coded messages. Now, that sounds rather vague. Welcome to Mercury in Pisces. Get used to it, because we're going to have that for a long time. It's going to be just that mode of operation that we're in. Vague, misty, things that we're going to have to define. We're going to be divining that from our minds. We have to be careful, though, that we don't get caught up in some of the pitfalls of the Pisces season, such as escapism, such as getting over emotionally attached to things, right? That those attachments, they're going to be temporary, right? Because the cycle continues. So it may feel like the most important thing right now, but it's not. What's really important is your intentions that you've had going into this and what we've been trying to accomplish all along. That's something. Now, you're getting used to it because, look, that Mercury and Pisces thing is more than it's more a feeling than a definite thought. But if we give these things a name and we speak it, that gives it form and intention, and that is what we need to begin with working with them. This season is going to be very, what's the word for it? There's going to be a lot of those ideas kicking around this season, and we're going to have Mercury in Pisces for a long time, so we have to get used to this mode of operation. Now, I don't know how many of you are songwriters out there, but for everybody else, look, once a song is written and you work through it, that final form that the song takes, it feels like it came from outside of you. It just feels like something. You pick up a guitar, you pick up an instrument, you start playing it, you start singing it, you start doing all the things for it. It seems like it was always there. You're just kind of tapping into it. That's kind of an interesting thing. That's how I always know when a song is done, when it just comes so naturally that you're just like, oh, well, I guess that needed to be expressed. And this always feels larger than life. This always feels like you're pulling something down from above from the cosmos. That feeling is Mammoth. Now, Pisces season is happy to operate on this level. Don't get lost in all of it, though. Latch onto those feelings and those ideas and see where they're going to take you. Don't get lost in them, but work with them. Give them names. And you'll find that it's very, very productive, and it's something that it's a very, very useful exercise. The Venus-Jupiter trine perfects today. Oh, we used that word yesterday, perfect, when they're exact, at 3:02 p.m. Mars is sextile Chiron at 11:13 a.m. Now, the moon kind of like presages all this stuff because she's going to be sextile with both Mars and Chiron as she's moving through Taurus, right? So she's sextile with them. So that's going to be an interesting thing. Now, we also have, if you can do that. So, so that is actually... Yeah, that's a sextile, and the moon is actually, the moon's sextile, both of them later on. She might be. Okay, so anyway, we also have the moon going to be square Pluto. So the change is within us, right? It's not from outside. It's not the outside factor or anything like that. The change is actually within us. And we're trying to work within the context of what happened with the eclipses, right? We're between eclipses right now. We had the solar eclipse in Aquarius, and we're going to have one upcoming in Virgo that's going to be a lunar eclipse. It's going to be on probably about the 3rd of March. So, look, the moon enters her talent trine with Venus and Jupiter at 9 p.m. here on the East Coast. Now, the storm outside is as big as your dreams, and this is where the soft underbelly of Pisces is exposed. So, whatever that weather is, whatever that's happening, your dreams are just as big because everything is outsized. It's supersized, it's plus-sized, it's outsized, it's Jupiter influence. So, as big as that seems, look, we have to know that the effect of it will be diminished by the end of the week, right? If it snows 20 inches here, it's going to be almost 50 degrees by next Sunday. What do you think is going to happen to all that snow? Right? If you don't give your dreams a name, a form, a function, or something like that, they similarly will dissipate. If you're not acting on them, which we have Mars in an active place, if you're not acting on them or able to give them form or give them, speak them or name them, that disappears as well. All right? So that's what you really want to be careful of. You don't want to get lost in that. You don't want to get lost in the world of, dreaming even more, right? There's a point where you dream and there's a point where you have to do, and the dreamer must do. Now, look, the same is true. It's easy to get caught up in the hype. It's easy to get caught up in your own hype, let alone a weather event, right? Because the news is going to be like, oh, disaster, cue the graphic. Oh, the winter graphic that we use all season long, a dramatic snow scene, right? Don't let the next big, you want to make sure, because what's going to happen is they're going to move on to the next thing that's going to grab attention. You want to make sure that you're taking the best of what your ideas are, giving them form, and then just maintaining that pursuit of them. The moon in Taurus, patient, persistent Taurus, helps us to really solidify that. But this is something that's a lesson for today that we're going to have to hang on to for the rest of the season. And trust me, Mercury is not going to be even anywhere close to leaving Pisces for quite a while. So we want to make sure we're used to operating at that level. Okay, so what you have, what you possess is valuable and worth keeping. Know that it will work. It's what you got to do. Know that it all begins with you. You give it form. You got to do it. Your commitment. It's your commitment to you and your vision. You have to be there for you, not just for the next big thing. Now, bigger and bigger is unfolding. Don't get lost in the hype. Keep on your message, no matter what aspect this day of today you're ending on, whether it's that personal, professional, creative, or romantic. Just know that distractions that are no longer serving you, we had to get rid of them with that last eclipse, right? Emotions aren't really serving us either. Don't get, there's a passion in my voice, there's a passion for this, but It's not gonna invest me emotionally. What it does is it just gets me fired up because I know what I'm doing is on the right path. And so I don't get tied up into it emotionally because it's going to show. It will show eventually. It will appear. So I don't judge myself by many successes, many failures. I don't look at a video and say, "Oh, that one got 600 views. Oh, this one only got 200 views. What's up?" I don't control the algorithm. I control what I produce here. I control my ideas that come to you, and you do the same thing with what you do, regardless. All right. So the last thing I want you to know is that, emotions aside, these thoughts and these passions are part of the flow. It's just cutting out the drama. So in 1632, Galileo Galilei's book, Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems, is published, where he compares the Copernican system with the Ptolemaic system and whether the Earth orbits the sun. We all know where that got him, right? On trial for heresy. And our birth is none other than, in 1925, Edward Gorey. He's the guy that did the little cartoons. PBS Mystery. Yes, that's something that's very good. WGBH here in Boston. Edward Gorey, born in Chicago, Illinois. He died in 2000. The book that he's attributed to is the Curious Sofa and Ghastly Crumb Tinies. Much more complicated than that. He's an American author and artist. And that's all I have for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Edward Gorey is very much a part of the East Coast culture, even though he's born in Chicago. Actually had a house down here in Massachusetts, down on the Cape. So that's all I got for you. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Cape meaning Cape Cod, guys. All right. And that's all I have. Thank you so much. Keep all the appreciation coming. I love it. I loved seeing it. I love commenting back to all of you. Today's Mammoth, right? Keyword is Mammoth, and the color is green precipitation on a weather radar map. And today's a 9. Enjoy it. Happy astrocatting.